After delving into Apple TV Plus' gripping dystopian sci-fi thriller Silo for 10 thrilling episodes, the enigma behind the silo's construction, the peculiar state of the outside world, and the timeline for venturing outdoors remain shrouded in mystery. However, the electrifying climax of Season 1 provides crucial insights into Judicial's relentless efforts to confine residents, unravels the truth about George's fate, unveils the decision of whether Juliet embarks on cleaning missions, and questions the authenticity of the bleak post-apocalyptic portrayal above ground. Silo's debut season, based on Hugh Howey's books and adapted for television by Graham Yost, immerses viewers in a society dwelling mysteriously underground 140 years after a rebellion. A solitary glimpse of the desolate world above showcases an inhospitable wasteland. However, as Allison, her husband Sheriff Holston, and engineer Juliet embark on a perilous quest to ascertain whether leaving the silo equates to certain death, unsettling revelations surface and perceptions undergo a dramatic shift. In the second-to-last episode of Silo, Juliet finds herself in a frantic pursuit, evading judicial forces after a daring escape from Billings' clutches during a turbulent outbreak of the syndrome. Desperate for refuge, she forcefully enters Sims's apartment, briefly taking his wife and son hostage. Meanwhile, Billings infiltrates Juliet's former residence, stumbling upon the Amazing Adventures book featuring George's tales. Consumed by curiosity, he rips out a page before reducing it to ashes. Using Sims's computer clearance, Juliet gains access to the hard drive and discovers a video message from George. Racing against time, she escapes capture once again, urgently reaching out to Patrick and Danny for support. United, the trio delves deep into the drive, unearthing a video showcasing a breathtaking outside world, replete with a vivid blue sky, lush greenery, and birds gracefully soaring through the air. A gasp escapes their lips, hinting at the astonishing revelation before them. Eager to uncover the thrilling conclusion of Silo's Season 1 finale? Intrigued by Juliet's fate and her potential undertaking of cleaning duties? Or perhaps you're curious to ascertain whether the display depicting a desolate world is nothing but a fabrication, and if the outside is, in fact, a habitable place. Look no further. Does Juliet venture outside for cleaning? In the gripping Season 1 finale of Silo, titled Outside, the story resumes with Juliet being profoundly affected by the transformative image of the outside world. Realizing the deceit they have been subjected to, she asserts, "We're being deceived. Everyone needs to witness this." Mindful of the judicial surveillance, the trio makes a crucial decision to relocate to a signal booster on 126, aiming to connect the damning video with other screens within the silo. Cunningly evading security personnel stationed on every floor, the team navigates through the trash chute, leaving a perplexed Sims and Bernard in awe of Juliet's ability to continuously elude their grasp. Having accomplished their mission and arriving at the signal booster, Juliet, accompanied by her companions, proceeds to unleash the video portraying a world brimming with hope onto multiple screens. Bernard, taking charge, issues a commanding order for everyone, including Robert, also known as Sims, to shut their eyes, divert their gazes from the monitors, and shield their faces. With the entire system shut down, Bernard instructs his team to erase from their minds everything they have just witnessed. Yet, the lingering question remains. Is it already too late? Juliet has sown the seeds of doubt, and now we anxiously await to witness their growth. Upon Bernard's realization that Juliet utilizes the trash chute as a means of transportation, he and Sims mobilize a team to throw recyclables down, hoping to incapacitate her. As a particularly weighty object hurtles toward her, Juliet relinquishes her grip on the ladder and plummets, facing the possibility of her demise. However, an unexpected turn of events transpires when her allies from the mechanical department come to her rescue. Nonetheless, judicial forces waste no time in arriving at Walker's doorstep, seeking to apprehend Juliet and obliterate the hard drive. Following a swift farewell to Walker, Juliet agrees to accompany Bernard, commencing their departure with her statement, "There are things I need to tell you." In a surprising twist, she also consents to forfeiting her right to a judicial hearing on the condition that Bernard reveals the truth about George's fate. Following Juliet's departure, Shirley expresses her regret to Walker, confessing, "I wish I had dissuaded her from pursuing that lousy heat tape when I was almost out. That's what angered the authorities above." Walker ponders Shirley's remark, and an impulse seizes her as she grabs a roll of her superior quality tape. Summoning her courage, she embarks on a remarkable journey, stepping outside her apartment for the first time in decades. Proceeding with utmost caution, Walker eventually arrives at Carla's door, where she is met with probing questions. Is this about Nichols? Is it related to that damned heat tape? A glimmer of understanding dawns upon her. Prior to dispatching Juliet for her cleaning assignment, Bernard leads her to the surveillance room, where he unveils footage capturing George's final moments before his demise. In a deliberate act, George deliberately pauses in front of a camera, revealing that he would endure torture rather than disclose the location of the hard drive. With a smile on his face, he gazes directly into the camera, crosses his arms over his chest, and intentionally topples backward off the railing. Juliet finds solace in this newfound understanding, even within the confines of her cell, as her loved ones gather to bid their farewells. A case containing sensor wool tape is delivered for Juliet's suit, while Shirley presents her with a box of treats accompanied by a heartfelt note from Walker. The note reads, "You sought the truth, and the truth is that I love you. Do not fear, for love is abundant." Is the display deceptive? Following Lucas's extensive cooperation, Bernard summons him to his office and issues a severe sentence of 10 years in the mines. Later, in the privacy of his office, Bernard scrutinizes the damaged hard drive on his desk. Upon closer examination, he discovers a disk that remains intact, prompting him to retain it for undisclosed reasons. A sense of intrigue lingers. Meanwhile, at Billings' residence, he confides in his wife, divulging that Sims is aware of his affliction with the syndrome. However, Billings cryptically mentions that the judicial has granted him an exception. Suspicion fills the air, leaving us pondering the true implications of this revelation. With only minutes remaining until the highly anticipated event, Bernard seizes a moment to confide in Juliet, unveiling a startling revelation about her parentage. "You were never intended to be born," he discloses. "Your parents were not meant to have children. Despite this, you have rendered invaluable service to the silo. However, the moment you assumed the role of sheriff and delved into the investigation of Wilkins's demise, you transformed into a mortal threat to our very survival." Challenging Bernard's motives, Juliet poses a poignant question. "You're aware that the spectacle we present is built upon falsehoods, so why not liberate people by disclosing the truth and permitting them to venture outside?" A glimmer of curiosity flickers across her face as she continues. "And what about the colossal steel door that George discovered? Why keep its existence concealed from the populace?" Bernard appears puzzled by the mention of the door, evidently unaware of its presence. Nevertheless, he acknowledges the multitude of enigmas left behind by the silo's founders. In a gesture of recognition for Juliet's final entreaty, he presents her with Sheriff Holston's badge before she departs. Amidst a vast assemblage of cleaners, including Walker, Dr. Nichols, and Mechanical, eagerly anticipating Juliet's departure from the silo, her suit is meticulously fitted, while her limbs are firmly secured with heat tape. Bernard, adhering to his customary routine, delivers a familiar speech, emphasizing their collective ignorance regarding the silo's purpose and the uncertain time frame for venturing beyond its confines. With resolute determination, Juliet imparts her parting words, "I harbor no fear." Stepping outside the silo, she beholds a scene reminiscent of the picturesque, vibrant world captured in the hard drive video, birds soaring in harmonious formation, yet conspicuously devoid of Allison or Holston's lifeless forms. Approaching the silo's camera, she extends her cleaning rag and defiantly casts it upon the ground, symbolizing her final act of rebellion. Everything appears tranquil, yet Bernard assures Sims that Juliet's demise is imminent before she reaches the tree. True to his prediction, she collapses to the ground precisely as her predecessors had done. However, it becomes apparent that her fall is not due to physical distress, but rather a collision with an unseen object, which through the silo's window is unmistakably revealed to be Holston's lifeless body. Bending down to the ground, Juliet gropes around, unwittingly triggering a glitch in the simulated idyllic world presented by her helmet, a world she had hoped would materialize as reality. A sense of panic consumes Bernard as he exclaims, "She knows!" while even Sims remains oblivious. By the time Sims turns his gaze toward Bernard, the enigmatic figure, harboring countless secrets, is already sprinting toward the server room. Now fully cognizant that Sheriff Holston's lifeless body lies beneath her, despite its invisibility, Juliet tenderly places his badge upon him before resolutely forging ahead. As she continues her journey, absorbing the weight of the deaths around her and pondering why she has not succumbed to the same fate, her gaze shifts to the tape securing her suit, echoing the words inscribed in Walker's note. They're good in supply. Walker had ensured that her suit was equipped with premium-grade heat tape, which ultimately proves to be her salvation. Upon reaching the apex of the hill, Juliet surveys a breathtaking vista, a lush expanse adorned with verdant meadows, vibrant flowers, towering trees, and gracefully soaring birds. Meanwhile, Bernard arrives at the server room, utilizing his 18 inches key to disable Juliet's captivating display, laying bare humanity's deepest dread. The desolate, barren world perceived from within the silo is, in reality, an undeniable truth. With a distant city visible in the distance and a landscape strewn with dirt and lifeless bodies, Juliet finds herself compelled to press onward, bereft of choice. As the camera pans, a multitude of other silo entrances dotting the ground before her comes into view, leaving us with more questions than we began with, further entwined in intrigue and uncertainty. The revelation that Bernard was indeed speaking the truth and that the external world has been perilous all this time raises a host of pressing questions. How long can Juliet sustain herself within the confines of her protective suit? What path lies ahead for her now, as she navigates this treacherous reality? The presence of numerous other silo entrances strewn before her sparks curiosity. What purpose do they serve? Furthermore, the enigma surrounding the door George had mentioned deepens. Could it lead to yet another silo harboring its own set of mysteries? So that's all from today's video. If you enjoyed it, remember to leave a like, subscribe, and ring that bell icon so you never miss our upcoming videos. And don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments section. Stay tuned and we will catch you in the next video.